Hey everyone, this is Light, and I am here with a little guide on the new Forge Your Epic Gear event. And for those of you who weren't here for the event last time, this is easily the best event ever because it basically guarantees that you have two amazing and perfect pieces of gear of your choosing, and you'll be like, these will be the best pieces on your account basically forever. And the way it works is that you can accumulate points by doing weeklies and by doing weeklies and other things. Mostly by doing weeklies though, this is very important. And you use these points to select a substat to upgrade. And I think it takes about 20 days. It takes 20 days to fully upgrade your piece, and then you need some points to collect it. But yeah, after that period, you will get your perfect piece of gear. And let me show you my pieces I got last time. Like, these pieces are amazing. Basically, whoever has this piece is my best DPS. And my other piece is a crit chance neck. And basically the perfect bruiser neck. I've had this piece on my Lionheart Thermia, my Abyssal Euphid, and my Landy. And yeah, pretty much whoever has this piece is my best bruiser. So yeah, this event is amazing. And if you are wondering what piece to make, I have some recommendations. So there are basically three types of gear in this game. There is pure DPS, like attack, speed, crit chance, crit damage, only offensive stats. There's bruiser gear, where it's a mix of offensive stats and HP, defense, etc. And then there's tank gear, where it's just like HP, defense, speed, ER, or sometimes no ER. And in general, it is much easier to get bruiser gear. So you want to use this event to get gear that is otherwise very hard to get. So I would recommend either a pure DPS piece or a pure tank piece. And I would lean towards the DPS because honestly, it's just more fun. And tank gear is just kind of boring, but if that's your thing, I go for it. So yeah, for pure DPS, I would highly recommend going speed set, pen set, or torrent set, but I heavily lean towards torrent set because one, torrent set is in an awful hunt that you want to avoid. You do not want to go anywhere near Kaides. And the thing about torrent set is that it's very hard for torrent gear to be good because you need very specific substats. So yeah, in general, torrent gear is the hardest gear to get, so I would highly recommend making a pure DPS torrent helmet. And as far as the gear slot goes, you always make a helmet. Helmets are notoriously the hardest left side piece to get because it's much harder to craft than like weapons and armors. So yeah, my recommendation is a pure DPS torrent helmet, and for the spread, I would recommend 3 rolls into speed. 3 rolls is the max, so you will have 17 speed. And then I would recommend putting the other 2 rolls into attack, because typically when you're using this kind of piece, you will be using a crit damage neck, and having more attack will round out your stats. However, there is argument to go crit chance, depending on like how your other pieces roll, but I would recommend focusing on attack, so you can put this piece on Midnight Galililius and just kind of excuse the crit chance. So yeah, that would be my recommendation for a pure DPS piece. However, if you want to use a tank piece, I would recommend HP set, and then the substats be HP, speed, defense, and ER, and then you just pump all the stats into HP and speed basically, or maybe even HP and defense, just up to you. If you're a nerd, I did this last time. If you're a nerd, I would recommend simulating your piece in Fribbles and seeing how it would fit with your account. I did that last time, and yeah, my piece was pretty much perfect. And as for left side, it's as for right side, I would recommend a neck or a ring, but never a shoe. I think a 17 speed right side is insanely valuable. So right side is kind of the same deal. For right side, can't really see it yet, but I would recommend a ring, a torrent attack percent ring if you're going for DPS, flat attack, because even though flat attack is technically lower gear score, it's a stat that matters more. But you don't want your pure DPS to have a 9% HP roll just to inflate your gear score. I mean, sometimes it's good because you can survive weird things, but typically flat attack is better. So yeah, right side, attack percent main, flat attack, speed, crit chance, crit damage. And if you want, it could be a neck, but it's up in the air. I think either one works. Like a crit damage torrent neck with 17 speed is perfectly fine. Actually, it's pretty much the same thing. So yeah, just don't make a boot basically, because yeah, the 17 speed is just too valuable to not have. And if you want to make a tank piece, of course it'll be HP set, HP main, and then pump the like defense and speed. And I recommend HP set because like no one wants to farm golem. It can also be speed set. Speed set is also very, very good. Maybe immunity if that's your thing. But yeah, a gear score set is typically the best. So yeah, those are my recommendations. However, don't let that keep you down. This event, like, you can make literally whatever you want. You can make literally any amazing piece you want for like your favorite unit. For example, let's say you're in love with like Lone Crescent Bellona and you want to make your Lone Crescent Bellona the best in the world. Like, why don't you just make like if you use destruction set, why don't you make a destruction, like a perfect destruction attack percent ring with no crit chance? Or you can make like a perfect crit damage neck with like attack, defense, HP, speed, and no crit chance. Like, you can make the perfect gear for your Bellona. Like, it's up to you. Like, you don't have to make the most optimal piece of gear. You can just use this event to make the best gear for like your favorite character. But if you want to be efficient, I laid out my recommendations, but in the end, you can do whatever you want. Just keep it within reason. Like last time, I saw a flat defense main stat boot on Karina. Like, that just makes no sense. Like, just as long as it makes sense to you, like, go for it. But yeah, hopefully that helped. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.